Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing this week? I hope all is well. We've got Heartland HQ. Dink and Tank is in here, and so is that Marianne Bimler. They were in here before we even started. Then we have LJ Woodworks. That's Todd Legendus. Husky Edna. Thank you for coming in. And there we got Linda Peterson and Heather Landskron and Jane Tall. There's Square Country Homestead. Let's see. Dan's Homestead. Hey there. How you doing? And Ann Dale. Good evening. This is Open Mic. And anybody who would like to come up and talk about the channel or what they did this last week, you are more than welcome to do so. The link is at the top of the chat. Old Man King Homestead. He's on after me. New Image Landscaping and Tree Service. That's Joe C. Gello. He says Gello? Was that a typo? Or are you being funny? Yeah. Joe actually lives near me, and he was in one of my shorts, the one with the owl. Want to go check that out. Let's see. There's Lori prepping for heaven. Aren't we all? I hope we all are. You know I'm in the jammies. Yep. You're always in the jammies. Did you do this? There's adventure awaits, my friend Chris. We need to get, now that the weather's starting to break in a couple of weeks, we're going to have to go hiking. Well, after I get back from the meetups. And you're funny. You're a funny girl. Let's see. So what's happening this week? What happened? I had some losses in my family, one a month ago and one we found out about just this last Friday, I believe. I don't want to go into details. That's kind of a private family business, but we'll talk about something about that a little later. But please pray for my extended family. I know a couple of them are deeply hurting right now as they're struggling through the pressures of figuring everything out, because the loss was of a husband and wife at a month apart from each other. So it left the kids behind, which are older. I mean, they're adult kids, but it's still no easier. Leanne Gunther is in here. There's Ace. Also, I just found out today that the guys who are working for me, the Amish, one of them quit and another one got mauled by a horse. I don't know what the extent of that is, but let's pray for him. I don't know exactly what the story is. I'll find out on Tuesday when the remaining guys come to work. But yeah, they had a little setback this weekend. At least they're informing us of what's happening. I mean, like when they have a reason why they can't show up to work, they call and let you know. Some of these contractors, you'd be trying to call them on the phone and they got half your house ripped apart and you're stuck, and they need to come finish and they won't even answer the phone for a month. It scares me to work with contractors, but these guys are awesome. Let's see who else came into the chat. Reverend Joe Jacobson's in here, and so is Pelato Creations. Is that Pelato? Pelato. No, Plato's Play-Doh. So never mind. Yep, so true, Brian. Yep, it is, Chris. Oh, you know. You get a daily dose of everything that's going on with me as I do with you. I'm glad to see that his plumbing issues are kind of corrected. Not finished with the reconstruction of the wall, I don't think. Are you? Are you finished with that, or are they got to come back still? Fearsome Warrior is in here. That's a maker. If you're just coming in, this is an open mic, and you are welcome to come up on panel. All you do is click on the link. Unless you have a Mac, I think you have to have Google Chrome, which most people have anyway. No, still open walls. Angie's here. Our cabin in the woods. Sort of a maker, sure. I'm more of a putz. Oh, come on. Do you have a channel, Fearsome? I'm almost positive I've looked up to see if you have a channel, and I can't remember what the results was. I've met a lot of makers in the last few months. It's very exciting. I love to see what these guys are doing and actually be able to communicate with them. Because as most of you know, I've been trying to get into the makers community for quite a while and just couldn't find them. And then bam, all at the once, I think I hit a jackpot. And just like when I started in the homesteading community, and it's awesome. Now I've got two communities, and they actually get along, and not along. They actually have an interest in some of the stuff that one or the other have to offer. It's pretty cool. James Hall. There's Butt Nuggets Homestead and Wanda Henry. So I did actually, if I have a half an hour, I'll finish filming what I need left for the video that I'm going to put out. I was hoping to put it out on Friday, but it might be Saturday. And try to get myself back on track. I put a video out, a week and a half ago. So I'm getting better. At least it's not a month and a half away from each other. And my put a short out. Hey there, Kevin. Good evening. How you doing? Thanks for popping in, everybody. Let's see. Who am I going to pick on to come in? Fearsome, have you ever been on a panel? Have you ever come up on panel? Let's see. Pelado is how it's pronounced. Pelado. There you go. Let's see. Let me get down to the bottom again. I went up there. What have you been working on, Laginus? What was your last video? I know I saw your last video. I'm trying to think of which one it was specifically. So it's starting to get warmer. I've started investigating how I'm going to set up doing some working lives where I'm actually out in the shop, or what I plan on making a shop. I'm going to have you guys watch me turn it into a shop on my lives. I got to make some storage boxes for tools, so that would be a good start right there. Run that stuff on the table saw and start assembling while I'm doing a live. That would be fun. I enjoy watching all the other working lives. I mean, I kind of knew this already, but I didn't know it was called. This kind of live where I just sit here in a chair is called a talking head. So I will always do my talking head live, but I'm going to be doing extra lives where it's earlier in the day, so some of the people can actually come in that aren't already in bed. Yeah, as much as it is you're doing something, I think it's a little bit more relaxed because you're I got to get with Troy if he's in the live yet or in the chat yet. He'll probably be in it at some point. See how he puts the chat up on that big screen, because I'm going to need it big in order for me to see it if I'm going to be looking at it from across the room, or at least over a table or a workbench. Do you have any idea, James Hall, if you're going to be going to the Mid-America meetup? There's Todd Laginus. Boom. Good evening.
What's going on, Brian?
How you doing? Are you?
I'm doing all right. Back in the wife's the woman cave.
Is your volume low or something, or is my volume low?
Oh,
my volume's low.
I hear you.
My volume was low. I didn't know that because I was just talking by myself. So.
Oh. There's Andale. Okay, yeah, I see the chat now. Andale, Linda. Thought I saw Kevin in there, and Matt, Fearsome Warrior. Bunch of people I know.
You're one of those makers that come in you come in the Homesteader channels, you come in the Maker channels, you're everywhere.
You're getting to know a bunch of you guys.
That's cool, and I'm sure they enjoy having you too.
Well, I heard you ask, so it took me a second to grab it. But here's what I've been working on.
Oh, nice. Side table. Is that a set? Is there a set, or is that just one?
This is just a one. So I called a farmhouse plant stand. So
hey, what's wrong with that? That looks great. You froze.
Let's see if I can.
Oh, you got dovetails on there?
Dovetail drawer. It's not quite a piston fit, but pretty good.
Yeah, I have that on my to-do list. I need to make a some kind of cart for my lathe, my drill press, and my bandsaw. And I'd kind of like my bandsaw and drill press to be on the same structure, because you can put them back to back and they'd be fine.
Yeah, that'd work.
Plus, the weight of one would hold the balance of the other.
Yeah.
Then they
what kind of bandsaw you got?
They both can fall on you at the same time.
Do you have a full-size bandsaw?
I already have it. Believe it or not, I already have all the stuff that most people have in their workshops. always used it for construction. And, I went to school for art, and, doing construction and design and modeling your house and everything it's all art related, structure, craft kind of thing. But I never really get to sit down and work on little projects. And, this week I've been working on this project where it's a functional project. I don't want to really give it away yet. Give somebody something for people to look forward to.
Yeah.
From me, at least. But
yeah.
I like doing functional projects too. Ones that almost like jigs, but not jigs. Or jigs. I like jigs too. Jigs are fun.
Gillum Farms came in.
Yes, he did. He's a hey guy.
Yeah, I've got the video coming out for the plant stand on Friday.
All right.
So I made that out of 2 boards I picked up at Menards. Just 2 pine boards. I think they made the whole thing for less than $30.
Brian, it's very tedious. I'm his work. Wait. Must be a typo. I've never seen any more crazier angles and oh, that's right. I brought him into the house. He actually saw all my trim work.
Okay.
Yeah.
That Runic workshop in here?
Is he? There he is.
Yeah.
Wow, Runic.
He did that helmet paint job. I'm pretty sure.
I love his work. That
was really good.
If you can come up on panel, you do it, because that's something I want to get into at some point, is airbrushing. Like I said, I did go to school for art and everything, but man, you really know how to manipulate that airbrushing. The depth that he does skateboards, graphics and helmet graphics, and I imagine, did I see a gas tank for a motorcycle or something?
I think I've only seen the helmet. I'm surprised you don't airbrush, Brian.
I never did. I never did in college either. There was an airbrushing class, but I didn't stay in college long enough to get it. I graduated with associates.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, I could have kept going and had a bigger diploma to put in the drawer.
Yeah, I hit that fork and I went the military route. So
yes, 74 chopper.
I'm gonna have to go look for that.
But man, people, if you just want to be amazed, I mean, I don't think you could have, no matter what your interest is, this would interest you to go watch his videos, because the depth that he comes up with when he's doing these skateboards or helmets, and he just layers, how you mask off with masking tape and you airbrush the different layers and stuff. It's like he does it backwards. I'd have to really, really formulate my brain to wrap it around what he's doing, because he just takes the layers off, does a little more, takes more off, does a little more. It's pretty cool.
I think Kevin released a new video this week. He was out on another hike with Jackie Boy.
No pics online. Maybe I'll make a community post with a few pictures. Or everybody in the chat, just go check his channel out. And then while you're at it, go check out Todd Leginus. I keep wanting to call you Todd Leginus, which is your name.
Mm-hmm.
But your channel is, what is it again? It's LJ Woodworks.
So I told you, I'm a 20-year Navy guy, right? So
yeah.
In the military, we call each other by our last names. So my last name being Leginus just naturally got shortened to LJ.
Oh, okay.
So that's where it came from. So I was LJ for 20 years. Like when I first started hearing my first name again, I didn't even answer to it. First year or so out, people yelling Todd. And I'm just like, not me.
Well, I imagine in the military there was probably 50 Todds, so you'd have to go by your last name. 50 Todds, 50 Brians, 50 Joes and Toms, right? Is that why they do that?
Yeah, but everybody calls everybody by their last name.
Yeah.
It's what's on your uniform. It's all by last name. So, and when you got a longer one or a strange one, kind of like mine is, it just gets shortened.
What's happening to James Hall? Sore but getting stronger.
I think I missed it.
He's thanking Wanda, but I don't know what he's thanking her for.
Sore but getting stronger.
Let's see. What are you? Somebody tell me in the chat directly what he's talking about. Is he talking about his shoulder still? Is he still having problems with the shoulder? Praying for James Hall. Yeah. Yeah, I this to be part of the community and the makers community is really just as fun. I'm having just as much fun as I do in the homesteading community. It's cool.
Yeah.
And now it's going to be a makers homestead community.
You could always get in on what was it? Mike from the Whacking Shack's got that challenge. Right now, it's a turning challenge.
You know what? I heard that out of the corner of my ear, and I haven't checked it out yet.
Oh,
I just need to go check out the details on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe he posted that on his YouTube page, so you can just go to that and find out what that's about.
Yeah, well, you could fire up that Laguna and get involved.
Yeah, I got to. When is that due? When is the end of it?
I think April 30th.
April 30th.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see what it's about.
No, it's just turn something. I think it has to be 4 inches wide, 6 inches long. Whatever you want to turn.
It has to be those dimensions.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess it won't be a wooden mallet, because that's a little wooden
That'd
mallet.
be a big one.
A wooden mallet? You said 4 inches?
If you made it 4 inches wide,
by
6 inches long, that would qualify.
Okay. 6 inches
You got to turn it.
6
Whether you just turn the handle and...
I will definitely check that out when the live is over.
Yeah, it might be fun.
And what did you start yet?
I was out cutting a bunch of stuff on the bandsaw earlier today.
I did use my bandsaw today. I still use all that stuff. It's just not for makers projects all that much.
No.
But
yeah, I had
what? You froze.
12-quarter cherry. I've got Paduke, I've got walnut, and I've got bird's eye maple. So getting them all sliced up. So it's gonna be. I'm making a vase. No, it doesn't even matter. It's gonna be in the idea. It's gonna be one of those that flares out at the bottom, comes in real narrow, and then widens out the mouth.
Awesome. Yeah, I still got to get up. I keep forgetting that I want to go up to the other property and get some of that apple wood, because there's supposed to be, variations in the wood. Like the center is dark wood, isn't it? And light wood on the outside.
I have never turned apple. So typically the heartwood's a darker color, though.
I did cut myself
like
up some hemlock.
Croquet mallet, Reverend Joe Jacobson. It could be. I mean, that'd be Brian, I think he's asking you what kind of mallet you're planning on making.
One of those woodworking mallets for banging stuff on. When you need to whack a drawer in shape.
And I think I just saw Linda Peterson talk about cutting bones on a bandsaw.
Whose bones are you cutting?
I glanced over, saw it, and then a bunch of other people posted. I'm not sure where it went.
Jinkowicz is in here. Good evening. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, she's been in here. I saw her icon a while ago, but I didn't realize I didn't say hi to her yet. Got to split, guys. Well, you have a good night, Runic. What is Runic's name?
I don't know.
Runic, what's your name before you leave? You probably already left.
Todd, do you work with cherry also? Made bed set and kitchen cupboards of cherry wood. Yep, that's what I got out there, the 12 quarter. 12 quarter means 3 inches thick, cherry. So that's going to be the main portion of the vase with a walnut Paduke, walnut, bird's eye maple in the center of the bulb area. I'm doing all this with my hands, and you guys can't see any of it. So the center of the bulb is going to be those different woods all stacked together with a cherry base, cherry top, and then walnut tip where it flares out.
Johnny's been going to auctions, and he keeps coming across all these antique looking woodworking tools. If I was local to him, I would definitely go with him and probably pick up on some of that stuff. It's kind of cool.
You probably got auctions up in your area.
Yeah, you probably do. I just don't. I've never done it, so I don't. You guys gotta show me how to do it.
You're like, shut up, Todd. Don't say that. Oh, there's Linda. Bones of sawing is with the bandsaw of cows and deer meat. Oh, okay. I've actually seen like the bearded butchers do. And they take the whole rack and run it right through that bandsaw. I'm assuming that's what she's talking about.
Mbuglet? Is that right? Mbuglet? Mbuglet.
Mbuglet. Either that or it's French and it's embougelé.
Oh.
It's Emily.
It's Emily. Oh, okay. Now, where did you come from, Emily? Are you from the makers community or something? Because I'm not familiar with you, and I'm always interested to know where people came across the channels. No French involved.
No French.
Kevin.
Oh, she's close to you, Brian.
From New York. Where? Where in New York? I'm in New York. I'm in Western New York. Southwest of Buffalo.
I had to go up to Buffalo for work.
You do?
I had to go up to Buffalo for work. It was about a year ago or so. But of course, I immediately went and got a pizza because my entire time in the Navy, all the guys from New York say only New York has real pizza. So I went to Buffalo, got a slice of pizza, and I took a picture. I posted it up to Facebook, and all the hate I got over that Buffalo, New York is not New York pizza. They were quite offended.
What's your? I know you said you can't go to the Bar Run Forge meetup.
Yeah,
but it's kind of loose. I mean, people pop in on Thursday, Friday, and then some of them even stay on Monday. So is there any possibility you could do something like that?
Well, Sunday I'm driving up towards Cleveland. What's that?
Johnny Lathan Crafts. Yes. And?
Oh, Johnny's Lathe Craft. Hey, Johnny, how's it going?
Did I just say laugh?
I'm not sure. You were breaking up
Good.
right when you said something.
I think I came across you through Bailey's Woodworks. Yes, you did. And others. I've seen you in other channels as
I
well.
think both of you guys were on my live at the same time.
I watched some of his videos too. Well, all I was saying is maybe I could still see you even if it's not on the actual weekend, because I'll be there on the outskirts of the weekend.
Well, it depends on how my week shapes up. So I'm a field service engineer, so I work on medical equipment. So my week goes from having very little scheduled to being quite frantic on a regular basis.
Mike is making stuff is in here. Good evening. And there's the Whacking Shack.
There he is.
Shack. Hey, Whacking Shack, if you want to come up and explain your challenge that you've got going. I mean, we were discussing it, but I have not read the details.
You that face?
Yeah. My wife almost popped in. She was asking, "Are you live? Yeah. Are you on YouTube? Yeah."
Booking. She's booked right out of there. Yeah.
There's
you don't have to, Mike, but if you wanted to come up and explain the challenge, because I did hear about it out of the corner. You were explaining it just as I came in on one of your lives, and I missed half the conversation. So, and there's Elegant Woodcraft. Now he is local to me. I mean, he's like, I could meet up with him in probably an hour, and very well might do that.
He's been doing a bunch of lives. I've been watching them all after the fact because I've been at work. But
give me a sec, he says.
Nope. Mike's going to jump up.
Mike is going to jump up, and Elegant, maybe you jump up too. And we're going to have a 4-person conversation about woodworking.
Yeah, we got to convince Brian to actually turn his lathe on.
Now, okay, to be fair, doing lathe work is going to just be a portion of my channel. So I am working on a wood maker's project right now.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, I know. It's just more of saw and sanding and painting kind of thing. But yes, you know what? I think I should at least start gluing up a blank, and I want to do it in plywood. I've seen a lot of projects done in plywood on the lathe, and that is one of the things I'm curious to do.
I've never turned plywood.
Oh, no pressure. No pressure, Dan. Anytime you want to, you're welcome. There's Jeff Killian.
Uh-oh, I think one of us is freezing up.
I'll be seeing Jeff Killian in about 2 weeks. Am I freezing up, people, or is he freezing up, or are both of us freezing up? Send me the link, sir. It is at the top of the chat. But I can still find Whacking Shack. There he is. There he is. Hey, buddy.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good.
Hey,
yourself?
what's up, Mike?
I'm doing pretty good. I actually just got done turning in the shop a little bit and just tucked the kids in the bed about an hour ago. I'm just trying to wind down and get everything lined out for the rest of the week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about your challenge earlier.
Yep. I'm hoping that I get a bunch of people involved in it, actually. I've always had like a real big love for the lathe and turning stuff on the lathe, and I haven't done a lot of videos on it because I've done maybe one or two, and I mean, honestly, they just bombed. And I don't know if you guys have popped any of the live streams that me and Ryan are doing on Saturdays now. I just came to the conclusion that I'm going to start doing what I like to do in my shop. I'm not going to let the amount of views I get or subscribers dictate. I mean, I got into this to have fun and enjoy myself. So there's going to be a lot more turning involved in all my stuff now. So
Well, that is the way you do it, because if you're loving what you do, then the people who love what you do will show up.
So on Saturdays I turn usually, but on Sundays that's my big turning day. I do a live stream, usually last an hour or two, sometimes 3 hours, and I'll have anywhere from, it's usually 15 to 30,000 people in there and views, and then like I'll keep probably about 100 to 250 people in the chat. But I got to thinking, because it was shortly after that, like Ryan from 77 Rockets and Chance from Last Breath Woodworks, David Ardito from Timber Designs, and a bunch of people, they were just started getting lathe, or they really started getting into their lathe. And I was like, there's a lot of people that don't do a lot of lathe work because they just don't get the views that they think they deserve. I was like, and the lathe is just like a really cool thing. It's something that I'm really passionate about, like that and old school hand tools. So I was like, well, let's just see if we can get everybody in the community that, works a lathe. I don't care if it's a homemade lathe, a spring pull lathe, a drill press, if you've got a Laguna, or if you're running a Franken lathe like I am. Just get everybody in. There's not really any win, I guess, for whoever wins it, but either a few photos or like a 30-second clip of what you're making. And once I get everything in, I'm going to edit it all into a video with everybody's channel up in the corner while their piece is showcased in the video or whatever. I'll probably put some music in it. That way they can't say that I get monetized off of it or whatever. But just to, show off to the community like what everybody's making and everything like that. But the lathe is just, I don't know, it seems like unless you're like Sprague wood turning or something crazy like that, you're not really getting the attention that you need locally. It's everybody wants to go for the quick buck builds, and I just got tired of it. Yeah. So if you go to my my homepage, under the posts, there is a post, and it's got all the parameters for the contest and everything like that. And it's set up basically to where if you've got your starting MIDI lathe that can only turn 8-inch bowl, or if you're running the biggest Harvey they have, you'll be able to compete in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was telling, I think it was 4 inches wide, 6 inches long, or 6 wide, 4, some combination of those two.
Yeah, it's 4x6. Yeah, your max width I think is 10 or 12, and your max width or max length I think is 12, and then your minimum width is like 4 and 6 or something like that. Just as long as you're within those parameters. Yeah. I left the parameters huge.
Yeah. But if somebody made some monster vase, you wouldn't complain.
No, not at all. I mean, if you've got the ability to do it, have at it. It's not like we're winning anything for it. It's just getting the community together of people that actually turn.
Man, I've seen some of these channels that are turning a freaking 100-year-old oak tree on the lathe. Have you ever seen those huge lathes?
I am watching a guy on my big screen right now that is turning, it looks like an oak barrel, and it's the size of my coffee table.
I wouldn't even want it in the room while I was being turned.
If you've seen me turn it all on my lathe, it's called the Death Trap for a reason. Like it's
sketchy.
No, it's sketchy at best. But I mean, I figure if I could turn on that, I can turn it just about on anything. My lathe is pretty much a lawnmower at this point with a chuck stuck to it.
I see people using protective shield masks, but how does that protect them from the dust Some of them, they're just the shield mask, and that's it. They're not wearing anything for respiration.
In general, the lathe isn't very dusty unless you're turning really dry wood.
It's usually ribbons.
Yeah, it's more ribbons. Now, when you sand, I don't know, when you were watching my live, you probably saw the black hose that was behind it. If I wasn't live, that would be running while I'm sanding to suck all that away.
Now, I don't have any dust collection in my shop, so I've got like a military CBurn mask that I put HEPA filters in. It's got the face visor plus the 2 canisters, and it seals around my face. And I use it when I'm dusting, and especially when I'm dealing with any kind of epoxy or resin.
Yeah,
I do have a full face mask, 3M face mask with the filters on it. I mean,
That's what I use.
I'll use that until I figure out if I need to get something different. But I think that would probably be best to stick with it.
Now, some of these guys they've just got whole shops dedicated to lathing, which is not really what mine was meant to be. They were showing me like these $300 face masks that have like a cold air blower in the back of it and all that. I was like, man, that would be nice.
Yeah, the box mounts on your belt, and
I'm over here trying to figure out how I can run a fish aquarium pump into mine just to blow air into the mask. Like, maybe I could clip it on my belt. I don't know, guys.
Mike's gonna set up an ego blower. He's gonna
Boondock Bill was in here. Now I know I'm familiar with that. Where are we connected? What lives have we connected in?
I think you were both in my live the other day.
Oh, is that what that was?
I believe so. Yeah, but the so far the community is like really responsive to my my Sunday Fun Days. Those are those take off pretty well, and I mean the response on those are pretty cool. It's actually had a couple more sponsors and stuff reach out to me, and it's not like, hey, we want you to check out our VPN. They're tool sponsors and stuff like that, which I'm still talking to, but cool. Yeah. So I'm still I've got to get a new lathe. I don't want to be stuck with the Franken lathe forever. I can only imagine what I could do if I had a fully functional, fully capable lathe.
Mm-hmm.
Dust collection may be more affordable, apparently, than those masks.
I run a Harbor Freight dust collector, so I just upgraded the bag up to one of the 1 microns.
How often do you have to? What all maintenance to it? How often do you have to do that? Well, I guess that's a question.
To a dust collector?
Yeah, I guess it depends on how much you're using it.
Oh, it's Harbor Freight. I kind of figure when it dies, I'll get a new one.
I can't knock the freight, man.
Well, I have this concept that I'm going to get this big blower and then have the air blow through the tube on a Y, a Y tube, and then it'll suck the air. So it's not actually going through a filter. Just blow it outside. I got 40 some acres it can blow into.
And you can do that with the Harbor Freight. Just the hose end goes in, the exhaust goes out the door.
Just make a pile out back.
Some people just put a big, huge fan and just suck the whole room out.
I'm most people.
Good.
During the summer, I've got the tornado fan set up in front of my shop doors.
I mean, the dust can't get you if it blows past, if it's blown away from you. Actually, to tell you the truth, I want to set it up so I could just pull my stuff outside and do it outside under the some type of a canopy or whatever.
Oh, the way Pat does.
We have it's not like it rains every day to where I couldn't manage it.
See, I've got a big concrete slab in front of my shop. It's 16 by 8.
Yeah.
And I want to kind of like partially enclose that in to where I could take some of my tools out there, at any given time and work outside if I wanted to.
Can you just put a
just mount them on wheels? And
what are they called?
Kinesio?
Over it.
Well, I'm thinking about putting like a really nice carport over it and doing like a half enclosure on around the bottom of it. But I went ahead and I put the wheels on the bottom of my table saw and everything like that, so I can wheel them out there during nice days and stuff, just to get out the shop a little bit because it gets toasty in there.
Yeah.
You should see this shop table that I've got. It was actually a platform to a huge, crop drip irrigation system with the sand filter on it. The sand filter is like this big around. And we made this deck. Well, we don't do that anymore. So I took the deck and I put legs and wheels on it, and I just wheels are big, so I can pick up one end and easily move anywhere.
Way you go.
What?
See, Troy from Bar Run Forge came in.
Yes. Howdy.
Yeah.
Now,
But that's the rules of the challenge. I'm not trying to dip out of here early or anything like that, but I've got the midgets asleep, and I think I'm going to do the same.
you're in Ohio, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I thought I was almost positive you were. Bar Run Forge meetup's coming in 2 weeks. If you're close, you gotta come check it out.
Yep. I think me and the wife have talked about that. The last time I was on your live, you brought that up after the live and everything like that.
Yeah, he's setting up a big shop for woodworking and metalworking and forging. Forging was the original startup.
So yeah, I think I've just about got her talked into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see if Mike survives forging, and then I'll take my big butt on down there.
I used to forge.
Did you?
Yeah, I wasn't great at it or anything, but I've got like a couple of railroad spike knives that I made and stuff like that. I mean, I wasn't by any means a blacksmith, but I could make sharp metal that would hold an edge.
Oh, you're working on your shave horse, Troy. You've been talking about it for a little while. I'm glad to see that you are accomplishing it. That's awesome.
But you guys have a nice evening. It was nice talking to you all.
You have a good one.
Good one.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Mike.
Bye.
He's a good
So
dude.
yeah, Troy's meetup is in. Do we have even 2 weeks left? What's the 9th? So we're just a little over 2 weeks, right? 14 days. Yeah, just a little over 2 weeks. Oh, I can't wait either. I am looking forward to it. You know what? I say I'll probably make something when I go down there, but I probably will be fellowshipping more.
Hanging out and chatting.
I mean, I can make something at home. I'll enjoy looking at it, but I might make something. You know, I joke about a birdhouse. Do it. I do want to get into making birdhouses.
Yeah, don't use cheap shipping lumber. they tend to fall apart on you.
For birdhouses?
The cheap shipping lumber.
Yeah.
I took the lumber off the bottom of a shipping crate that came from, I think, Japan.
Jeff Killian, you have reservations starting the 24th. Starting the 24th. Oh, you're going to get there a day early? Is that what you're saying? That's awesome.
Matt, what are you asking? Where is what?
Jeff Killian was asking or was saying I have reservations starting on the 24th.
Oh, below that, Fearsome's asking where is that?
That is in Lynchburg, Ohio. So about an hour below Dayton, maybe? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, about that. Oh, I see. You just posted. There it is. Big crates from work from Slovakia. Where's that? Illinois or further? I'm not sure. Probably missed something in the chat. Keeping up with chat's difficult on lives.
What's that?
Keeping up with the chat is difficult on lives.
Well, see, when you're doing a working live, you kind of don't feel so guilty if you miss a comment because you're usually working on something.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a physical, somebody in the either on panel or off to the side that's monitoring. I don't know why I stumbled on that word. The chat.
Oh yeah, keeping track of it until you can kind of like Doug Miller does on Wood Spun Round.
Yeah.
Where he's got Wade and
I was asking Chris if he would be interested in doing that. So that's a possibility. But it can also be multiple different people taking turns if they want to when I do it.
No.
I haven't even started it yet, but I am really thinking about it. I did start, checking out my equipment to see if it's capable of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Troy. Speaking of Troy, I have to find out how he gets the chat up on that big screen.
See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking about getting a smart TV and using the iPhone mirroring to send it to like a 24-inch TV that would be in my view.
Yeah. Well, I have been able to put an HDMI on my Sony television. It's an older Sony television, and it does allow me to transfer windows from one to the other. I could slide them around. So we'll see.
You could use Windows has it too. You could use a mirroring and have them both display the same thing.
Well, you don't want them to display the same thing because what you want is your StreamYard on your main screen, and then you want to be able to pull the chat up and make it full screen so that you can see, from YouTube, the black screen.
Oh, okay.
With the nice white print. That's the way I like it. Then that way, I could read it a lot better when it's large. How do you guys deal with noise when you are doing a 2-person live on a one? It jumped on me. I can't.
How do you guys deal with noise when you're doing a 2-person live and one is working? I think he's asking Troy because typically he's there and Eli's around the corner, I think.
Eli is actually right directly in front of him.
Oh, I thought he.
It's funny.
It was like around the corner.
Anybody I've ever talked to about that thinks they're in different rooms, but they're not. It's like this. You see what you see behind me, but if you saw what was in front of me, you wouldn't expect it. Well, that's what's in front of him.
Okay.
It just looks different because the walls are different.
All right.
I mean, they got dark wood and stuff behind Troy, but in the rest of it where Eli is, I think you can see the white. It's like a white metal siding, but it's on the interior. So it looks like they're in different rooms, but they're not.
Huh.
They're both actually kind of in the middle of the room.
A bit of an echo, but it's not too different.
Okay, what else is people saying? Did I say hi to Mitzi DeLuca?
I don't think so.
Hi, Mitzi DeLuca. And we still have a bit of an echo, but it's not too bad, too difficult.
And Linda says it's not difficult. You just got to keep one eye on comments and one eye on the panel.
Now, if anybody's interested in looking at a video that gives an idea of what the Bar Run Forge meetup is, I do have a video out there. It's like 2 years old, but it does kind of show you the feel of what that meetup's like. Although It's different now because now they've got the woodworking and sheet metal working area. So it's going to be twice as good as even that.
I think Lori, prepping for heaven, sending you a message there saying if she had a wrench, she could post links, Brian.
Who again?
Lori's prepping for heaven.
I'll give her one. I like her. I trust her. Let's see. I could do that right now. Where is she? Stay still. Stay still, Lori. Where is it? Moderator. Standard. Save. You are now a moderator, Lori.
There. Now she's got to post a link to Scott
Actually,
Miller's Woodworks.
I should get some of these people and make them moderators too. We've got a lot of new people coming into the chat these weeks, this last couple of months. I love it. I'm having so much fun.
There's Mike Stanifer.
Mike Stanifer. Now I know I've seen him in several different ones, but I'm trying.
You've seen him in Wooden Things and Stuff. You've seen him in mine. You've seen him in Bailey's. Just to name a quick few.
Sweet.
He gets around.
Mima is home. What? Fun. Just a second. Oh no, what happened to Mima?
One of us is froze again.
Well, I'll pray for you guys, Barbara and Forge, for healing.
He had to take her to Louisville, I thought. She was having a medical procedure done.
There's the .com for you to go check out the information for the event. You know, Johnny, would you put your link up, please? And I'll put that up for your meetup this 25th, 4th, and 6th. 24th, 5th, and 6th. Let's see here.
That's right. It was he had to take her to Louisville for brain surgery, and Eli had knee surgery. Is Eli doing all right, Troy?
Johnny, if you didn't want to be up on panel, maybe if you have time, why don't you come up and on the aftermath if you want? It'd be nice to talk to you if you want, if you like. But it is 10:59, and we are going to be closing out for the evening. You got Old Man King Homestead is on next, so you're going to want to go check out what he's got going on. And I want to thank everybody that came up on the chat and my moderators for protecting my channel. You too, Lori, now that you're a new one. And I will be picking out some other new ones. And thanks to all the woodworkers and metalworkers and homesteaders and chicken farmers, and it's been fun. So I will see you guys again next week, Wednesday, 9 o'clock Central. Have a good one. Bye for now.